All three balls. छान बसले इकडे घे हळूहळू तिकडे ह्या बाजूला एक बसला
झाड्या वगैरे किती छान आहे एक सेकंड इच्छा उभे राहून
तुम्ही ती कॅमेरा खाली कराल तुम्ही तुमचा काढू शकता.
But they've been bonded together as this sort of coalition, but they won't stay this way for longer than a year or so. When they sexually mature, they start fighting. They want to be alone, like a normal female cheetah would be. But in there you can see another one with the king coat and stripes. So that's the same as Shaka. She's also a king cheetah, but it's not a subspecies or different type of cheetah or cat. Here since then, we had a lot of cubs. So in 1980, we had too much. So the zoo had to ask Anne to stop breeding for 1981, not to breed that here. So she closed off Lover's Lane, just went around feeding the animals, but of course the girls got used to the men that visited them every year. So two sisters got tired of waiting, so they climbed their fences one late afternoon, went to a monastery, and they chose a man for themselves. So both of those girls climbed into Frick's camp. He was smiling probably from ear to ear, and they cuddled up for the evening. Now Frick has been retired from breeding. Just previously he had fathered some successful litters in the past. So when the staff got here the next morning, they thought, well, we are going to have babies, but only from one female, because it was unlikely that he would have mated with both of them. But 95 days later, we got 8 new cubs on the farm, 4 from each of these girls. Now in each single litter, there was one cub that looked like that. A recessive gene that causes the coat. So it's exactly like a white lion or a black leopard or panther, because the coats look different, but it's exactly the same animal. So in the wild you don't often see them because that guy stands out too much. His camouflage is non-existent. So everything spots him sooner. His prey, his predators, anything like that. So he doesn't really survive out in the wild. Later on in the tour, our first stop, I also have 2 boys, Heathcliff and Felix. Heathcliff also has the beautiful coat. His brother also has the normal spots, but his brother carries the gene.
Take pictures. Come sit with your mom. For your mom.
इकडे वा
Come and say hello, be a little bit social. But then we're going to make our way to the first stop. Some small cats I'm going to point out to you. Some African wildcats, and then 2 beautiful caracals as well. But as we enter the gate on the left hand side is Heathcliff and Felix, the 2 king cheetah boys as well.
Okay. Today is sort of a starvation day. They don't get food because in the wild they don't eat every day anyways. And in here then we can do other observations. So tomorrow they should be very hungry. So if we bring the food and one of them don't come up to eat immediately, we know he might be feeling ill, so we can take a look at him next time. But of course they look like a normal domestic cat, so for a lot of people it's impossible to tell the difference. They think I bring my pet here every day on tour. But if you look closely at these guys, they have 3 features that tells you they are different. Being the stripes they have on their tail and on the legs,
dark black hair underneath all their feet and on the back part of their leg, and then especially the red they have in their skin. The whole back here is completely red or orange in color, and underneath their stomach they also have a red tinge. So they are pure African. But if the female breeds with a domestic male, she doesn't give birth to African wild cats, she gives birth to normal feral cats. So that just takes the whole bloodline away. But we have pure ones here, a male and a female in front. So the babies we get from them, we can put on a lodge or at a farm, so the bloodline can get a bit of a boost. And these guys are the natural rodent controllers we have out there, because that is their natural food source. So if you have the natural controller, you don't have to use poison. So poison kills everything. If it kills the rodent, it kills the cat, it kills the jackal, it kills the owl, even anything that feeds on it as well. So it doesn't stop right there. So that is why we try to get more of them out there. We have a few normal domestic cats on the farm as well, and had about 50 plus cats at a stage. And she took all of them to get them spayed. That is the only way to help our normal ones, because there's no other way they can stop the inbreeding. So the people that don't breed with their cats have expensive breeds or something like that, and then the money of them, if they spay or mute their cats, doesn't matter if that cat gets lost or walk away, because he can't breed with wild cats. So a lot of people do this, they move away from the house, the cat stays behind, or he walks away from the new house, they don't do effort to find him, and that is what happens. So he just walks away there and do whatever he wants. These guys you can find in Johannesburg, Pretoria, where the cities are, because they were there before you got there. So they can still be anywhere there. You won't just know it. So on a farm as well, we had some on our farm. They do come and eat your food. So they do sort of get domesticated in a way, but they don't stay for cuddles or plays. They keep a distance between interaction with people. My caracals over there, very aggressive hunters. They wear them. They have tufts of hair on the ear, similar to the lynx. For a long time they have been believed to be the same animal, but it's not. These guys are not related to the lynx at all. They just share that similarity, because he uses it for hunting. That is how he can bring down impalas. That's a 50-kilogram antelope, because he can come to right here before they even know it. Because the wind direction, he just feels on the hair. So the moment it changes, he just changes his aspect that he comes from. So he can stay at the perfect angle the whole time. But these guys cause a lot of trouble on farms, because he can kill 8 or 9 sheep or goats in one evening. But he doesn't feed on all of it, because the rest that he leaves behind is his stockpile, which is coming back for when he gets hungry. So a lot of predators out in the wild, if there's a lot of food available in one stage, they kill a lot of it, but they don't eat all. They leave some of it there. So that is exactly what happens with him, because when he gets into your enclosure with your sheep in it, it's easy to kill them because they're stupid. They do not know what he's there for, what he's doing. So if he kills one and feeds on it, in the wild, the impalas run away. None of them stay stuck around. But the sheep is inside the camp, they can't go anywhere, so they're frightened for a little while, and then they get curious about him. So the moment they do this, they go to him to see what he's doing. So at heart, he's not going to sit there and watch his food circle him. He will take a few more down. So this is why he does that. He goes away, but the farmer doesn't leave the carcasses there when he finds it. He takes them away. And until this day, they think they can still solve the problem with poisoned carcasses. So one of that killed carcasses he uses as a trap, stuffs it full of